discovery is at the open house in a big context. It's about where you ask the questions that help you understand what the client's really looking for, wanting, or what their real agenda and motivation is. Because there's only 3 people that come into your open house, unless it's an agent. You have your nosy neighbors. You have the people that have a buying agenda at some level, and you've got people that are there just kind of sightseeing. So our objective, again, is to make sure that we connect with those and understand. The more that the person coming through the door tells you about what they like or dislike, the better it is for you going forward. Remember that since only 3 to 5% actually will turn around, look at that home in serious consideration, maybe even purchase it, the rest of the people that are walking through the door, the potential buyers, are literally the people that you're going to be looking forward to taking to some other location.
What was the other one? Squeaky floor.
Yeah, squeaky floor.
Squeaky floor. She has that problem right now.
Yeah.
And that is sometimes you can get that a fix, and sometimes it's hard to fix.
Yeah, I just say, oh, we're always going to get a home inspection done before we purchase it, right?
Yep. But and so that squeaky floor issue, they might say to themselves, I've never had a house that had squeaky floor. Well, in most homes there's a squeaky floor somewhere.
Okay.
Right? My house is brand spanking new, 2 years old, and I got a squeaky floor in one step, and right as you walk into our master bedroom. Why? Because there's just where the board hit. Right? So if I pull up the floor and I modify the board or build in new cross beams underneath, life is good, but it's a second story. It's not going to be easy.
Right.
Right? So there's always something.
Right.
Okay? And so some people feel that it's best for them to turn around. You see, they're coming through and they're pointing all the things that they don't like or that they're noticing, but you want to direct their attention to the things they really like. Right? And it has to be a balancing act. If they're coming in and ripping the house apart, that could mean they love the home. And what they're thinking about doing is putting in an offer that they can get the house. Because they've been told not to let anybody know that they like the home. Right? Don't tell the realtor you like the home.
God forbid.
Right? Because boy, oh boy, they'll get you. Okay? So that's part of the game too. So you need to know how to handle every one of those communication gaps that you have with your client. And as long as you're sincere, as long as you're turning around asking them, what they've got in their existing home and what a perfect home would look like, you're able to kind of manage that. If they feel that they're going to have no squeaks in their floor, that they're going to have this, they're going to have that, and everything's going to be perfect, that's going to come at a price. Perfect comes at a price, right? So that's just good to know. If they're walking through a 30-year-old bungalow, way different game. Okay, so a 30-year-old bungalow is going to have some character, and how you describe those things.
I would talk about the age. If it was a 30-year-old home with a squeaky floor, I would probably say something like,
it's 30 years old.
Yeah, any home of this age is going to have small characteristics like that.
Yeah, it's absolutely. There's always something that somebody's not going to like, and it's okay. And so we're just looking for the positives that they will like around the home. Now, if you do happen to get a dual situation where you're going, you'll probably get the buying and the selling. That's awesome. You're going to take care of that in a proper manner, right? So again, for you, it's about knowing what the client's going through and understanding the objections and bringing the best out of it. So it's not, too fat when it comes to wall molding. It's really just an appropriate wall molding if you've got kids, right? And so, why would people do that? I've had that comment come up. Yep. Why would they do that? Well, obviously, there's probably a reason that most people do what they do. Right? In our house, if I put a wall molding up on the wall, it's to protect the wall. Because I've got boys that think the couches are trampolines, and so when they bounce on it, they bounce up against the wall. Really common sense, right?